Buckle up, it's the Junk Monk Podcast. Hello, and welcome to the Junk Monk Podcast. I'm your host, Kandyce Sloan, who you know from Instagram at Hardens and Hardhats.
And I'm Noah, your co-host, who is sick.
Again? Oh my gosh. If this is your first time listening, let us fill you in. We are picking up where the Drunk Monk Podcast left off, hosted by Keiko Agena and Willis Choi. I was a big fan of their podcast and was really sad to see that they stopped their show, so I decided to pick it up, and I managed to find me a co-host.
So here's the thing. Will and Keiko did their show a little drunk, and so we're going to do our show with the little junk. So I've got my junk food here, which is Smashmallows, which are like marshmallows, but like extreme.
Yeah, these are weird. I'm excited to try these, actually.
So I got the Smashmallow Cinnamon Churro, which is the cinnamon marshmallow, and I also have the Smashmallow cookie dough. And both me and Kandyce have these.
Exactly. And I also have some baked Cheetos in case these are weird. Also, you must know I have seen every episode of Monk. I'm a huge fan, started watching in about 2007, and for the most part watched it as it aired.
I've seen the pilot episode and those we've done on the show, and a few scattered here and there in different seasons.
So, if you're ready to start the show, Toby, take it away. Here's what happened. Okay, so this is Mr. Monk Goes to the Dentist, Season 4, Episode 15. So here's what happened. In the opening scene, we see two armored truck drivers get kidnapped, being pushed into an 18-wheeler trailer by a garbage truck. Next, we see the police on the scene where they discover the dead drivers and missing cash. Randy is complaining of a toothache that the captain insists he gets fixed after hours at Dr. Oliver Bloom's office. While under sedation, Randy sees a man barging in asking about Barry Bonds and watches helplessly as the dentist and hygienist kill the man. Randy tries to solve the case alone, and when the man he saw being murdered does turn up dead, still no one believes him and he quits. While trying to name his rock band, he sees a story about Barry Bonds in the newspaper and realizes that's what he overheard. Meanwhile, Monk goes missing, and the captain and Natalie are on the hunt. The hygienist drugged Monk, took him to the dentist so that he could see what Monk knew about the case. When Monk sees a giant tooth display, he recognizes it as the murder weapon and knows what happened. One of the armored car thieves got a busted tooth from the struggle and went to see Dr. Bloom. While sedated, he revealed where they hid their loot, and the couple took advantage and stole it. When the thief confronted them, the hygienist beat him with the giant tooth, which is what Randy saw. During Monk's torture, the gang busts in and saves the day.
All right, Kandyce. What did you like about this episode?
Well, of course, you have the classic Randy Disher project.
Of course, of course.
Okay, there's lots of stuff that happens, little nuances that not only the fact that Randy has his own band called the Randy Disher Project, he still has these friends who have their gear and their guitars and their instruments.
Of course.
And like the guy mentions there in one of their stepdad's garages. Yeah. That's funny. And then I don't want to take all of the Randy Disher stuff, but
I don't think I had all of that Randy Disher stuff.
Okay, so he starts off by going, "All right, guys, 5, 6, 7, 8." And the guy's like, "Whoa, what? That's dancing. We're a rock and roll band." And he's like, "What's the difference? It doesn't matter." And he's like, "All right, but if you say 5, 6, 7, 8 one more time, I'm quitting. Just letting you know." That's hilarious. Also, some other Randy Disher project items would be Randy wrote 17 songs the night before. He tries to show the captain. Mm-hmm. And when they want to change the name, Randy's idea is the Randy Disher Experience. And then, of course, his entire song that we do see him sing in the music video and in the garage.
Oh, yes.
"I'm tired of sucking up." And then in the song he says, "I don't need your mustache." Like, talking about the captain. It's so funny. And then the music video is horrendously awful. It looks like it was made in the 70s. And then, that's about it. "Baby, I am free."
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm done.
It's amazing. I'd go to all their concerts. I'm Randy Disher Project's biggest fan. That's right. We're making t-shirts.
We are making t-shirts. We're on it.
I really like Kandyce. The opening scene of the episode where they push, it's a carception. They have a car, another car, a smaller car, and a bigger car, right? The big car is open. Little car is pushed by the biggest car. This is very confusing.
Make sure you go check it out.
Basically, there's a car that's being pushed into another car. And it's weird.
Yeah.
And I like it. And...
Carception.
Carception.
Yeah.
That's my reasoning.
Yeah. I like Toothy. I mean, we didn't name him. I actually just took it upon myself to name him Toothy. We see Toothy the first time when Randy is getting operated on, and he has a sticker. Mm-hmm. He gets a sticker that has Toothy on it, and they zoom in real close so you can see his little smile. It's very cute. And then Toothy comes in again, which he's the murder weapon. So I didn't like that they used him as a killer, but he's still really cute, and he has the big smile on his face.
Toothy's an innocent man.
Yeah.
How dare they deface my Toothy?
And so, yes, I have Toothy.
I have the quote of Randy. He's in the dentist chair for the first time. The nurse tells him, what does she even say?
If you're a good boy, I'll give you a sticker.
If you're a good boy, I'll give you a sticker. And he says, what if I'm a bad boy?
But his mouth is like all constrained. He's like, oh, no, I'm a bad boy. It's very funny. I don't honestly have that many more things. I have one more that's a little more sweet or somber, I guess, but when Leland goes to apologize to Randy, and he goes first to explain, kind of, which is what we're all thinking, right? Like, well, you've had a lot of theories in the past, so that's kind of why I thought, you were wrong. So he explains himself a little bit. Then he says, and also I wanted you to know that I took you seriously, and I checked the guy out. He came up clean. I'm really sorry. I wanted you to know that I checked him out for you. And then also he says he misses him, and he needs him, and wants him to come back. It's like, oh, Stottlemyre. I'm pretty sure he's, never been that nice to Karen. So...
Roasted.
That was a pretty mean roast.
That was curious.
Okay, but wait till my didn't likes. Stottlemyre was not a pleasant guy. So, yeah, just go.
Well, now I'm intrigued. Okay, this next thing is some rattly tea, right? Natalie sticks up for Randy in the scene when, what does the cop say? He says something about...
Oh, because they're treating Randy like he's crazy.
Yes.
And then one of the cops says, you should have had them put some wisdom teeth in.
Oh, yeah. And Natalie says, you can't even spell wisdom teeth, Downey.
That was a roast. That was the roast of all roasts. That was really good. So I'm actually already on my last thing. I felt like the episode was very quiet and soothing. I felt like it was one of those episodes where you're just watching them live. Mm-hmm. Where they're in the dentist office, and Monk is kind of squirmy, so it's kind of about that, but then it's still a very quiet, where you see the other people sitting. Yeah. And then the next scene, whenever you see Natalie and Randy looking for his cell phone, air quotes, his cell phone, he lost it. It's just very quiet, and they're just in there I don't see anything. It's not a rushed, okay, well, cut to here, cut to this, cut to that, cut to that. I like that.
That's true. I fell asleep.
You didn't fall asleep during it.
But as soon as we were done, I was turn off. I have yet another quote. When Mr. Monk opens his door to find the nurse from the dentist's office, and she rushes in, and she's like, Mr. Monk, you have to help me. You have something on your face. She tries to get in front of him and knock him out because she has a drug on her handkerchief or whatever.
Yeah, it's chloroform.
Chloroform on her handkerchief, and she's trying to put it on Monk's face so he'll pass out.
He kind of sneaks away.
Monk tries to go call the captain.
Oh, yeah.
Which is big brain Monk. But she eventually gives him with you have something on your face, and Monk is like, oh, let me get it. Did I get it? No, I didn't get it? Okay, let me get it. So this goes on for 10 seconds. Monk trying to get him by himself, and she's like, here, let me get it for you. And so she knocks him out. But halfway through knocking him out, he's sliding down the wall. And he's like, did you get it?
No, he knows he's being drugged. Oh, yeah. He's like, oh, this is chloroform. You're drugging me. And then so you're like, oh, he figures it out. And then he's sliding down the wall. And then he's like, did you get the smudge? Yeah, it's definitely important that you add that he knew he was being drugged, but still thought there was something on his face. And was concerned if she'd gotten it or not before he passes out. Oh, that was so funny. So, what did you not like about this episode?
Me and you both noticed this. There's a scene in the episode where Randy walks into not the nurse's office, where the receptionist usually would be.
Oh, yeah.
The receptionist isn't there because she quit or whatever. She was like, Mr. Disher, let me get you checked in, blah, blah, blah. And the scene doesn't matter. That's not the problem with it. It's after the scene, it's just her messing with folders for like 5 seconds. She's just like searching through folders.
Okay, I know what you're talking about, but I had that on my likes part where I said it was very quiet and soothing, and you felt like you were just watching them live.
They were trying to get
like
the ASMR in there.
Like it wasn't like, okay, go ahead, cut. It was like, okay, now we watch her do her files, and then we move on. But it wasn't noticeably. It was noticeably weird. A long scene. Like, why are we watching this? Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so poor Randy. He is the boy who cried theory. Okay, I wrote that down in the first 2 seconds. Boy who cried theory. They were so mean to him, but in their defense, he's always coming up with crazy theories.
That's true.
But I did feel really bad for him whenever he said, I'm tired of being treated like the village idiot. That was really sad.
I was like, he is the village idiot.
And then he quits. That was very shocking. He's like, I quit. And then that's what I didn't realize that this was this episode because I remember the episode where he quits and we get to see the Randy Disher project. I remember that. But it was shocking to me whenever this was the episode and he just takes off his badge. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I was like, wait, we're going to see the Randy Disher project. So I got excited. But yeah, so I didn't like poor Randy, but we got to see the band, so
I also didn't like but no one believes Randy. Frowny face.
That is a frowny face. That's sad.
That's all I had.
Oh, okay. Oh. This was little. It was for 0.2 seconds where Natalie's like, oh, you must miss Randy to Stottlemyre in his office, and he's like, yeah, he's only the most annoying cop ever in the history of the planet. And then Monk walks by gurgling, and he's like, okay, he's the second most annoying.
He said, excluding those present in the room.
Yeah, so I didn't like how Stottlemyre was trying to act like he didn't miss Randy, but then 2 seconds later you see him apologizing. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Torturing Mr. Monk, not cool. That scene went on for a really long time. Where
it's hard to watch.
It was so hard to watch. I was looking over at Noah, seeing if you had the same face I did, and you kind of did, so worried, and they get the drill and the teeth scraper and the drill and the extractor. Oh my gosh.
We both just gasped at the extractor.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no.
Yeah, and then my last overarching thing would be, could have used more Randy, less dentist.
So. True. Couldn't I just said it better myself, Kandyce?
All right, we're scooting.
Oh my gosh, we are scooting.
Okay, so here's our next segment. He's the guy.
Oh, you already have yours. Except yours is different. From somewhere else. Okay.
This is true.
We both noticed Jon Favreau. But I noticed him from the Marvel movies. He's known as Happy Hogan from Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Avengers. All of them. He's in a lot of those movies. And he also directed The Mandalorian.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a nice tidbit. The Mandalorian is popping right now.
It is very popping.
Okay, so again, with Jon Favreau, he's the only person that I had for He's the Guy. And I know him from Friends. I'm sure a lot of people know him from Friends. He was in season, 2 or 3. He's Monica's boyfriend. He's the one who plays Pete, and Monica's not attracted to him at first, but it turns out he's very rich, very, very rich. Like, he created, like, Microsoft something, and so the friends convince Monica, like, oh, you should just give him a chance. So she finally does give him a chance. Then she is finally attracted to him, and then he's on for a few episodes, and then he decides he wants to be an MMA fighter, and he wants to be the best, and he's terrible. And so she's like, I can't stick around and watch you get hurt. And so he's like, well, I'm not going to stop until I am the best MMA fighter. And so they break up.
That is so weird.
Super weird, right?
Who wrote that?
It was a pretty weird storyline, but so Jon Favreau from Friends. That's what I know him from.
Wow.
So we're already on our next
Oh
segment.
my gosh.
Oh my gosh, we're just scooting. Okay.
Oh my gosh, Pollen, because Candyce bought a scooter, everyone.
I did.
Impulse Buy. We love Impulse Buys here on Junk Monk Podcast.
I totally did, yeah.
Junk time.
Okay, so it's junk time, and I'm going to start off with our social media update. We've got 2 shout-outs today. The first one is to Elle Holahan on Instagram. She sent me a DM that says, hi, I'm enjoying your podcast very much. I have one little comment for He's the Guy segment for this week's episode, which was the captain's marriage. And it says the character of Michael Karpov was played by Misha Collins. He's been a character actor in a number of shows, but most notably known for playing the angel Castile in Supernatural. So, we missed one, but I know of Supernatural. Noah doesn't.
Never heard of it.
I want to say Supernatural has one of the main stars from Gilmore Girls, who played Dean on Gilmore Girls. So I kind of know somebody from that, right? But I didn't know who Misha Collins was. So thank you for Elle Holahan for pointing that out. And yeah, guys, if you have anything that we've missed, feel free to slide into our DMs or leave us a voicemail or hit us up on Facebook or something. Because I know when I'm listening to a podcast and they have, a little segment like this, like, oh, did you notice that so-and-so is in this episode? And I'm like, you didn't notice that so-and-so was in this episode? Mm-hmm. Like, I know him from, Modern Family or Friends or whatever. Like if someone had said, oh, Jon Favreau, he does all the Avengers movies. I'd be like, what? He was on Friends. Like, get it right, people. You know what I mean? So I like it. I like it whenever you let us know, hey, you missed someone from some show I love. He needs a shout out. And so we're here for that.
Oh my gosh. Goodness. So if you guys have any people that we missed, DM us on Instagram, message us on Facebook, and call our number, leave a voicemail.
Do you want to do our next social media shout out here?
I will. Okay, so the fans of Mr. Monk, a mod
group. It's a Facebook group.
So yeah. There's a mod or
yeah, it would be the moderator. You're right. I get what you're saying. Yeah. It is the moderator of that. The admin.
Okay.
Yeah.
The mod of the fans of Mr. Monk group on Facebook actually commented on our post, which was of our Junk Monk podcast art with little monk with his Cheeto, right? He commented, be sure to give fans of Monk a shout out. Good luck. So, fans of Monk group, we're here for you.
Thank you so much for all the support. And then also we had Cheryl Smith Pierce saying that your drawing was great. Noah?
Yay.
So that's awesome. Thanks for the artwork, love. I'm very proud of it because I can't do anything like that. And Noah, I got Noah on it and he did it. So I'm proud of myself for that.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. So that's it for our social media update. And now it's junk time.
This is where we get real messy on the show.
Okay, I'm going for the cinnamon churro marshmallow.
I already ate mine. It's really good.
Wow. That is so strange.
I want to try... I think the cookie dough isn't as good. It's not, bad. It's just different,
That's very interesting. I like it. It's not as like regular marshmallows are very, very sweet, like punch you in the face sweet. And this is, even with it being churro flavored, it's like really good. It's also gluten free.
It is.
So that's good. That's probably why it's not sweet. Not that gluten is sweet, but you know what I mean. Anyways, so my first question for you, Noah, is: have you ever been in a band?
I have not.
You have not been in a band, no?
I mean, unless you can count the one-hit single that we wrote called "I'm Ready, You In." Of course.
I'm ready, you win.
Dun, dun, dun,
That's really good. You gotta sing your part, though. I'm ready, you win.
I don't remember my part.
Your part is,
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm ready, you win. I'm ready, you win.
I know. So I was actually the lead singer, of course.
Okay, so this question would be, if you were in a band, what would your name be of your band?
Well, duh. The Noah L Experience. Or, no Noah L
Not the Noah L Project?
It has to. No, because even Randy himself was like, it has to be changed. It has to be the experience.
Oh, gosh.
Trust me, if Randy were here right now, he'd approve of the Randy. I should just name it the Randy Disher Experience. Not even after.
Since there's already a Randy Disher project, you could be the Randy Disher Experience.
Exactly.
And then people will be like, where'd you come up with your name? And you'd be like, well, Randy Disher. And experience. Okay, so what kind of music would your band play? The Noah L Experience.
Oh, God.
Your band plays...
I want to say rock, but I'm definitely not into rock. Country's just so easy to make.
Because you can write about anything.
Yeah.
Anything tragic,
Basically.
and you're like, I'm in. I'm ready, you in. Shameless plug.
Or be a jazz band, because who doesn't love to sit down and listen to some jazz?
Hey, you're a 12-year-old who hosts your own podcast, and you're the lead of a jazz band.
That's so true.
You're
That's
wise
like
beyond
so much
your
on my
years.
resume.
Okay, so, just, so I can answer the questions too. I have been in a band.
Wait, what?
The name of this band was called, okay, bear with me. This was when I was 10. I was in 5th grade. The Cheetah Girls were the hottest thing since sliced bread.
Yes,
okay. So, me and my friends wanted to make a band, and we were like, what animal should we be? So we came up with the coolest thing we could think of, which was the Reptiles. Which is,
wow.
I said the coolest thing ironically because obviously that's the least cool thing that you could come up with.
I was like, yes, Kandyce.
So we actually were specific reptiles. I was the iguana.
Oh, God.
And I know that you want to get with me, baby. Okay?
Was that one of the parts? No.
Yes,
tell me more. Tell me more.
Okay.
Tell me more.
And then my best friend was the python.
Mm-hmm.
So electrifying. Ooh, yeah.
No.
Yes. And then I think we had we had 2 more girls, but they never actually were at any of the band meetings or ever played an instrument or sang a song or anything.
No.
But there was one of them was the turtle. It's like jump over that hurdle or something like that for me. They were very secondary characters in this band.
Weird.
So basically, it was me and my best friend. We made up this band. We came up with a song called The Reptiles. And then We Can Go for Miles. Oh, yeah. And then she made up a song where she wrote the whole song. And then I tried to be Grubbies and sing the song. And she was like, no, I want to sing the song. It's my song. So I was like, oh, I thought we were a band. And then so we had a fight over it. And then the band split up over creative differences. AKA, I wanted to sing the song.
That's so sad. And to think we could have the Reptiles.
I know.
The biggest band of the 21st century.
Bigger than Bieber.
That's so true. Because, girl, you got that reptile, that rap. It's like, yeah.
No, I think it's, We are the reptiles, and we got all the styles. Yeah, we are the reptiles, and we can go for miles, baby. Yeah, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Why was that good?
Bigger than Bieber.
Bigger than Bieber.
We're saying it here.
Oh my
Bigger
gosh.
than Bieber.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the end of Junk Time.
No.
Oh, obviously we were a pop band.
And,
Like the Cheetah Girls.
Well, duh.
Obviously.
Well,
Okay.
duh.
All right, so let's move on to our next segment now that I've bared my soul.
Bye, Junk Time. We love you. We'll miss you. Plot holes.
Okay, not gonna lie, this segment is jam packed. I think we might have scooted so quickly because I didn't have very much what I liked and what I didn't like. I had a lot of plot holes.
Oh.
Okay.
I didn't have any.
Oh no.
Yeah, this.
Oh great, I'm gonna be talking forever. Okay, let me scoot then. Let me scoot. Okay, so I wrote 3 things that weren't plot holes that I just noticed. Okay. So the first thing was, did they find all of the other thieves that actually did all the carception stuff? Or did they just arrest the dentist?
That
Am I right?
just like goes. This episode didn't really make any sense now that I think about it.
Okay, so agreed? Okay, I'll move on then.
Agreed.
So, again, we've seen this before, but had they not tortured Monk, they wouldn't have looked so guilty because nobody believed Randy anyway, even though he said like bear bonds and he figured it out. He figures it out, but that only really helps them find Monk. And then they burst in, they're torturing Monk, so then they obviously look insanely guilty. Mm-hmm. But if they hadn't tortured Monk and they just said like, hey, bear bonds, you know what I mean? If Monk wasn't missing, the captain and Natalie never would have even been looking. And then Randy would have just said, oh, bear bonds. People still might not have believed them, and or if they did, they wouldn't have had proof. Mm-hmm. Like, still Randy's word against theirs. But the fact that they went and tortured Monk, that made them guilty. So.
Yeah.
So again, not necessarily a plot hole, something I noticed.
Wait, I'd like to say something, because this just popped up in my mind, but a major is how the villains in this episode weren't completely sketchy when talking to the police. They weren't like, you can't prove anything. Mm-hmm. They were just having small talk. Like
you did. You said that. I didn't get what you were saying, but now I do. You were like, oh, he's playing it chill. Okay, my last thing that I noticed. Okay, so remember the armored car. They were like, how did they get the guys out of the car? Mm-hmm. They cut a hole in the back window, and then they stuck a hose in there, and they gassed them.
Yes.
Okay, so I thought the gas was going to have something to do with the dentist because dentists use gas.
Yeah, they didn't even tie that together.
They had nothing to do with the crime. The dentist didn't have anything to do with the crime.
Oh, yeah, they were just, hearing things from the dude.
Yeah. So, isn't that weird that they used gas and then the other people were using gas and stuff?
Okay, also, the guy was literally people say a bunch of crazy stuff. I could write a book. And then they hear this from a dude, and they basically throw away their lives because of it. Am I wrong?
They shouldn't have killed the guy. I don't know. They could have been like, hey, look, we didn't steal the money. We were trying to give the money back. Or, they could have tried to, you know what I mean? They weren't the first people that did the crime. So they could have found some way I was either trying to give it back or, hey, look, I was stealing it from bad guys. Who cares? Or so, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But, no, they had to go murder someone just to finish off their dumb crime. Yeah. Get him. Sick him. Okay, so now I'm on my plot holes. Okay, what is the hygienist wearing? Did you notice what she was wearing? She looked like Sharona. She was wearing high heels.
She looked like Sharona.
She was wearing thigh-high boots and a mini skirt and a low-cut top as the dentist hygienist, the dental hygienist. I'm pretty sure no one ever would be allowed to dress like that. So that was my first plot hole. Then, okay, do you wake up when someone is extracting a tooth?
I don't think so.
If so, I'm never going to the dentist ever again.
Well, I could probably do that. If I woke up and I was just like, huh? And I couldn't feel anything. They were messing around with my teeth. I'd still be just sitting there.
Yeah, but do you wake up? And I'm saying they knock you. He's like, okay, Randy, you'll be knocked out for 30 minutes while we work on your tooth. Okay, you're knocked out, but then you wake up in the middle. That's like waking up during surgery, no? You can't. Why would you wake up?
But I feel like it doesn't even hurt anyways. And they're just like, oh.
I thought that was the anesthesia that they were giving you. I don't know. I don't go to the dentist enough to make this plot hole work.
That's true.
I'm actually bearing my soul today. And then, okay, so this is a super random one, but whenever Randy passes out the lyrics sheets to everyone,
Yeah.
and he's like, why do we need lyric sheets?
Why do they need lyric sheets? Is that your plot hole?
Well, I was thinking, do lyric sheets, would that not help you, like, know the music? Like, know... I guess if it just has lyrics on it. I was thinking for a second that it had music on it and the lyrics. But yeah, if it's just a sheet of lyrics, they probably don't need that. Never mind, that's not a plot hole, that's dumb.
Okay, wait, whoa. Another thing before we move on farther, sorry, Candace. But do you have a potential recording, video or audio, of the reptiles?
Probably deep in the archive somewhere.
Oh my god.
We actually made... Okay, so me and my best friend made the band, right? And then whenever we were in high school, me and my other friend who was a member of the Reptiles, who had never been to a band meeting, right? Mm-hmm. Now you're bringing back memories. Mm-hmm. We had a music room when I was in high school. Mm-hmm. And so she had written this song for me to sing. So we sang the song, recorded it, and then we burnt it on a disc for my best friend for her birthday. And then we made a tag at the end where we sang, "We Are the Reptiles." But we didn't sing the whole... It was not a whole song. It's just a little tag. So we do have a song out there that we did write. So actually our band has 3 songs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. The Reptiles. Something about like staring at the ceiling. All these questions. I think it's called All These Questions or something. And then the other one's called Drive.
Jive, tricky.
Drive.
I know.
Oh, okay. That one's actually recorded. So the Drive one is.
Could I find it? Or could you show it?
Yeah, I will. Sure.
Oh my gosh. I'll update you guys next episode on how it goes.
It's not going to go great. Just telling you right now. Okay. Next thing would be, you can't fight back when you're being chloroformed. When you know you're being chloroformed.
Yeah, but Monk was kind of like, get that thing, get it. Because I guess his power for it to get off of his nose was like too strong. He was like, just get it, just get it, just get it. And by the time she was already done,
that makes sense. Yeah.
He was knocked out.
That's true. That is true. His phobia was basically taking over his caring for him being drugged. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Okay, last thing. How would Monk have gotten a loose tooth?
Silence.
There's no way. She drugs him with chloroform, doesn't hit him, nothing. The next thing we see him in the dentist's chair. They threaten to do all these things to him, but they never actually get anything done. He would never have gotten a loose tooth.
It just happened?
No, because Randy says, oh, they probably knocked your tooth loose whenever they knocked you out. No, they didn't. She used chloroform. She didn't knock him out. So he would not have had a loose tooth.
Whoa.
That's a plot hole.
That's a big plot hole.
Okay. Thank you.
Punch your right in the face.
Let's move on. All right. How crazy was Monk this episode?
Plus crazy moments. Did you see what I did there?
I actually really like that.
Plus crazy moments. Okay, I'll go in first for crazy moments.
Okay.
Monk knows the issue of highlights from 35 years ago.
Yep.
He remembers exactly where everything is while Natalie is trying to solve the puzzle, which that's kind of helpful, if you ask me.
Yeah. Okay, I have... Did you get it? Did I get it?
Did you get it?
Did I get it? Did I get it? And we're talking about, of course, the smudge on his face when he's being knocked out. Okay.
Monk is terrified, like shaking in the dentist's office because he's afraid of the dentist.
Yep. Okay.
He's sad.
Okay, I have kind of like 2 more, but it's kind of a twofer. So my last like normal one would be when he's being tortured and he says, "Wash your hands for the love of God, please wash your hands." And he's like, "Look into your heart."
Oh, it is so funny. And she's like, oh, they do that in the movie.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Have you seen Marathon Man? No, is it good? Who's in it? No, you're gonna live it. Oh, I've never seen it. He's like, "Please wash your hands." She's like, "He does wash his hands in Marathon Man." He's like, "Uh-huh. Nope, you have to use the soap, please." And then Jon Favreau was like, "Just forget it."
Hand me the drill. Or, yeah.
Yeah, the extractor, I think was...
No, it was the drill.
Was the drill? Okay.
Because he turns it on and just like, zzz, and then rush in.
Oh.
Save the day.
Oh, you're right. Okay, so then my last, like, overall arching thing would be, okay, he's scared of the dentist, but that's pretty normal to be scared of the dentist. But we know that he says Dr. Kroger calls it a super phobia.
Mm-hmm.
And then Natalie's like, "Everyone's scared of the dentist. Tell me on a scale of 1 to 10. And he's like, 10? 10? Well, I am way past 10. I lie awake at night dreaming of 10s. I thought that was a crazy moment. He's so past 10.
Is that...
That is it.
Oh my...
But we forgot. I think we did this last week too. We didn't say out of 10 what?
What? We did it last week?
No, we did say it.
But after?
Yeah.
What? Okay. Mine isn't good. I don't like mine.
Yeah, I don't like mine that much either.
Well, it was different, but now it's going to be... I put out of 10, 10-inch tooths, which should be teeth. I was tired, okay? Out of 10 toothies, because Kandyce named it earlier.
Okay, that's funny because I named him Toothy, so I was going to say out of 10 Toothies, but I didn't know if it was going to stick. And then it obviously did because you said 10 Toothies. So I didn't put Toothies. I put Randy Disher project music videos. Then I was like, God, that's
good. No, that's
then I was
good.
like, okay, that's kind of long. And then so I was like, Randy Disher tank tops. Because he was wearing a tank top that I loved. And then also the Toothies. So you pick what you want because I literally had all 3 of those.
Can we shorten that one? Randy Disher.
Music videos?
Randy Disher music videos.
What about RDP?
RDP music videos, yes.
I like it. We're on it.
The RDP
Okay, so
videos.
Noah, out of 10 RDP music videos, what would you say how crazy was Monk this episode?
Out of 10 RDP music videos, it is a 8 out of 10.
Oh my gosh.
What?
You're ridiculous.
Is yours like 3? A 1 out of 10, Kandyce?
Wait, you didn't let me build up.
I don't care.
Out of 10
I don't
RDP
care.
music videos.
It's 1. I only got the fun of saying it. Because you are wrong in your rating scale. What the heck, Kandyce?
Okay,
Explain
please
yourself.
explain to me how you got an 8. Okay, 1, most of the episode is him being scared of the dentist, which again is completely normal. Lots of people are scared of the dentist.
Kandyce, but not that
That's the whole
much.
thing.
It's super phobia. Like, I'm scared. I'm nervous of the dentist. I'm like, ugh.
I'm scared of the dentist, so I'm sticking with
like,
the 1.
This guy's like spazzing out in his chair. He's like, a lot.
Yeah, but did he or did he not go? I can't even bring myself to go, and I don't have a super phobia.
You can't bring yourself to go? What does that even mean?
Like when the dentist calls, I just hit decline. And then they leave me a voicemail and I delete it.
That's so sad.
And act like it didn't happen. They're like, "Hi Kandyce, you need your teeth cleaned." Beep. Disconnect.
Oh my gosh, that's so sad. He just wants to help you.
So
Unless it's a Jon Favreau cheating punk who's gonna knock you out with Toothy.
exactly.
Right.
Now I'm even more scared.
Now I have a super phobia of dentists.
So I'm sticking with a 1. Only 1 Randy Disher project music video.
You're ridiculous.
Okay, so
rate this episode?
okay, ready?
Rate this episode. All right, Kandyce, what are you gonna rate this episode?
Okay, let me do my explanation first. Okay, very average episode. I appreciated the quiet moments more so than the plot moments. And torturing Mr. Monk was a little much for me.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do give it an extra point for the Randy Disher project. So my rating of this episode is 10.5.
5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. My rating for this episode... Wait, you give it a 5? I rated it higher than you.
Oh, interesting.
6 out of 10, ladies and gents.
Oh, nice.
Because it's slightly above average. Which I'm going to change that to a 5.5 because...
Oh my gosh.
Because it's only slightly, Kandyce. It's only like very minimally better.
Yeah, I was trying to decide if I was going to give an extra point for Randy Disher or extra 0.5 because I didn't know if
Because Randy Disher's just...
Yeah, he's too good. I gave him an extra point. Like, that's when we're introduced to, like, him actually playing.
Because they say Randy Disher Project. And
the drums say Randy Disher Project on them.
Oh my god, yeah, I noticed that. And I was like, oh my gosh, Randy Disher Project. And I freaked out.
Had to be done.
It's too good. He's signature.
Yeah. I liked when they were like, I never liked that name. And he's like, what? Come on. He's like, all right, Randy Disher Experience. And I'm like, that's it. I'm pointing to the first word I see in the newspaper. Baghdad?
Baghdad. One of them goes, oh, I like that.
It was very relevant back then, I'm sure.
Okay, that's it.
We're done.
I'm out of here.
I'm about to eat a bunch of snacks.
Snacks?
Yeah.
I'm going to eat dinner.
I mean junk.
And breakfast.
I'm about
and
to eat a bunch of
lunch.
junk.
Whatever time you're listening at, I'm about to eat that food. Midnight snack? I don't care. So.
Breakfast?
I don't
I'm
care.
on it.
Brunch? Who eats brunch?
Lunch and dinner?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And dinner.
And dinner.
And after dinner.
Midnight snack, baby bow. And remember
Remember to floss.
Remember to floss. That's it. Bye, guys.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to the Junk Monk podcast. We'd love to hear from you, so please rate and review us wherever you listen to podcasts. Also, follow us at Junk Monk Podcast on Instagram.
If you want to know more about Kandyce, she is at Hearts and Hard Hats on Instagram. And if you want to know more about me, Noah L, too bad. Also, you can catch up on Monk with Amazon Prime Video.
Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast.
You'll thank me later.